So we'll be back in just a moment. The stream's actually not live at this time, but Sword, you and I can continue talking about it. And I think that servers might have actually died because there's crazy things happening all up in this mid lane. Oh wow, Geo is caught way out of position, shooting first blood to Morgana. Stream is going to come back on at this time, though, and it looks like while you guys were out, you missed some interesting action. The first blood was given by, well, to Morgana, actually. Geo decided to catch himself a little bit out in the mid lane and was chased down by a full team comp from Team Jenay. Meanwhile, there was also an execution of Riven at mid tower, doing it for a little bit of damage, but, you know, she falls in the end.
I'll say this one. Lag with a question mark? I don't know. Maybe it's a strategy. They're trying to give them false hope.
Dude, that's next level meta right there. Now OG Banner is going to start out in this mid lane against Lonely Beast, and I think, yeah, I definitely give the edge to Lonely Beast, able to shove up onto Morgana, dash in, dash out, deal a lot of damage, but if she gets caught by a Dark Binding, it could be some troublesome for LeBlanc, and the bot lane just now getting started. Captain Lord actually the only one there right now, pushing out the farm.
It's alright. It's always good, I find, no matter who you are, to get a great start, to get early levels, right, and try your best. A bit of poke going down towards bot lane. Nothing too severe yet, but I want to also point out that Vi decided to start red instead of blue, and Wukong started blue. For Wukong, I would say that's pretty normal. For Vi, you can start red, but I'm thinking that Forsaken Gaming is looking towards that that gank top, because usually what I see is when most junglers do that and they don't start, for example, like Vi, you start blue because Vi starts with mana usually, right? So since she started red, I think she's thinking about, oh, I'm gonna try to get a gank top, try to get my Riven as good as she can early game, because we see that Renekton's kind of bullying her around.
I agree with you here, Sword. I think that this top lane is going to be the priority for Forsaken Gaming. They're looking to go towards it. Now, there's a slight lead for Jenay thanks to that early first blood, but a little bit inconsequential as there wasn't much follow-up from it, and no buffs given or received or anything on that scale. But Geo and Captain Lord are getting pushed a little bit into bot lane. Vi's actually coming around mid, looking to jump onto OG Banner, and wow, taking extremely low already. Here it comes, the Vault Breaker, just misses though. Double buffs, not helping to do any more damage, and that's just going to be OG Banner popping out of mid lane, letting Lonely Beast farm up for free, and the assault on top lane continues.
Yeah, Inflatable Cat is actually kind of bullying Imtyke right now, but again, I think Riven can turn around right when she hits level 6, because she does have great damage, like I find, especially with her ult. More increased attack damage. I believe it's 60 at first, and she has a nice execution ulti. Yeah. When they're low health. The more low health they are, the more damage it does. So
now they can also chase off too. That's the nice thing. There's a lot of potential there for
gank going top.
Oh, yeah, there we go. There's Vi. Kingsley coming in there, but backs off because Renekton has managed to get himself out of the way. Inflatable Cat playing this top lane really smartly, but Imtyke not allowing himself to be forced out of lane. An excellent job, like you were saying, to get in there, get in out, do exactly what needed to be done. And as long as Renekton keeps his lane pushed, there's always going to be this potential for buy ganks. Here comes Kingsley again. Now she comes in. Ooh, that's a nice Vault Breaker. Ignite lands. Inflatable Cat taken extremely low, but he's going to flash away. Dies to the last tick of Ignite. It's too bad he wasted that flash there.
Yep, we see that the war is spotting out Wukong. Wukong was trying his best to get there fast enough to save Renekton. Sadly, it wasn't enough from the Ignite, the nice Vault Breaker from Vi, and knockup / stun by Riven. This is how they're going to try to start off their game. They're going to try to get Riven to go as fast as she can. So they're putting her in the driver's seat. They're like, Riven, we're putting our faith in you. Let's see if you guys, you can try your best against this bully Inflatable Cat on Renekton, and we'll see how you do.
A little bit of a tug and pull on the mid lane. OG Banner deals a little damage. We'll take it to himself from Lonely Beast. But now that we've gotten to a little bit of a lull, things started so crazy. We had a couple of server issues. Let's talk about the items, because there are a lot of Doran's items in this game.
Yes, Doran items being very popular now. Obviously, towards the beginning of the season, right when some of the support items, they found, oh, I still want to go aggressive, but support items don't really give me that. So like Ancient Coin, Relic Shield, they're good, but they just don't give you exactly everything you need. So the Doran's items are very strong. Morgana going double Doran's ring to get that kind of mana back as fast as possible. We see Doran Blade and Doran shield picked up by Renekton, as well as
yeah,
Boots.
Tyek is taken really low here. He's gonna die. I think this Ignite tick is too much. Inflatable Cat picks him 1v1. Vi, meanwhile, in the bot lane looking for something, can't find it. She's gonna back out, leaving OG Levedon and Sulky just to fend for themselves, and that's just the way they like it right now. They're running this bot lane.
Ooh. This is why you don't try to duel a Renekton, even if you're a Riven. This is why I kind of like Renekton. Renekton, it may look like you're winning the fight, but once he hits that ferocity, I think it is, he kind of is able to Q and gain so much health back that it makes it look like you were just dueling him for the
look at
fun
this
of
mid
it.
lane. Lonely Beast dives in way into tower range, but OG Banner taken low. This is going to be the last Tivik Ignite. There it goes. Kingsley almost eats a fatal tower shot, gets out just in time. Fantastic gank for Forsaken Gaming.
Man, Kingsley doing a nice job, and a nice follow up by Lonely Beast there. They did a nice wombo combo mid. It almost got Tyra almost got both of them, but they were able to get the kill fast enough.
This is the counter though. Captain Lord has to flash away, but it's not going to be enough. He's chasing himself all the way into the bushes. Sulky's going to get this in Wukong. OG Candyman taking out Geo. Well, not quite yet, but he's chasing all the way on in there, and he wants it. He's going to back away before he eats another shot though. Candyman, excellent counter gank, seeing that Vi was mid. And meanwhile, up in the top, Inflatable Cat and Tyek are just trading blow for blow. And I think so far, Jenay has done a really good job at capitalizing on these little mistakes. Tyek has been bullied for much of the game, and despite that early game Renekton kill, hasn't really been able to capitalize and pick back up on the farm. Renekton, with the Doran's Blade and the Doran's Shield, has a lot of early game kill potential. And even though Tyek's diving in right now, I think he might be able to pick this one up. It's a really close battle. No, she ults and takes him out. That is one dead alligator, and a nice pair of boots for Riven.
Oh yeah, now this is how she's gonna catch up and farm. She's gonna try to get as much farm as possible, try to take this turret down. She does not want to kind of be in lane, I find. When you're against a Renekton, I find unless you're a Gnosis or somebody that you have to farm with a lot, you want to get out of laning phase as fast as possible, because Renekton can just keep bullying you and bullying you and bullying you, and later on in the game he falls off because then he's not as strong, his heal's not as good, and so on and so forth. But
pick up on the farm though.
Yeah, she's doing well.
After that kill, she's been able to free it, and she's left a couple of minions on the tower, evened up at 49 apiece, and with that extra gold she's got, she's gonna go back and get pretty close to completing her Ravenous Hydra team-out already picked up. And the mid lane now, there's a lot of aggression, but Lonely Beast not feeling as confident because Vi can't hang around there forever.
You know, she's kind of scared for that snare, and especially since Morgana has nice wave clear with her pool.
Now, by the way, I had to interrupt you. I'm sorry. The bot lane is really aggressive once again. Geo getting knocked up by Alistair, but he gets out just fine. Captain Lord doing his duty, peeling him off, and the mid lane is now going to roam into the jungle, looking to steal that blue buff, but Vi's already got it. Kingsley on his way out. Lonely Beast now caught by a dark binding, though. Candyman's in here. Is this going to be enough? They're not fooled by it.
Ooh.
Morgana gets ults off on both the clone and the original, and OG Banner takes out LeBlanc. Morgana looking strong, and Team Jenay as well.
Yeah, she got caught out with that snare, actually.
Oh yeah, no, that was nice. No, they're diving all the way onto bot lane turret. Geo is going to pop a calling, but he's in a little bit of a bad angle to get it. He finally lands a nice one. Alice is going to heal them anyway, though, and OG Lebanon takes the most of it. This bot lane turret is looking problematic because Geo is not at a high enough health to defend this, and Sulky almost at full, has 6. Well, everybody's got 6 except Captain Lord right now, and this is a problem for bot lane. I think Forsaken is spreading themselves a little bit too thin. Kingsley now having to defend mid lane. Wukong coming around. They're going to take mid tower and bot tower soon.
Indeed, and you know, I find that Alistair is a great counter pick actually to Leona, because she dashes in, right? And then you can just headbutt her away, or you can turn it into a combo and be like, hey, yeah, you know, you can stun my AD carry, you can do all this stuff, but I'm going to try my best. But it looks like also in the top lane, Riven's on a great escape, trying to escape everybody. Ooh. And she's able to make the great escape, it looks like, with the help of LeBlanc. LeBlanc trying to go for Renekton.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic. Ooh. Oh, but Wukong's ulting in. Candymang is gonna get the ult off onto the correct LeBlanc. She's gonna die for that. Tyek will get out of there fine, but that was a poor trade, a top laner for a mid, and now everybody except Kingsley is low for Forsaken Gaming. The bot tower fell while we were talking about that. Captain Lord taken all the way down to low health. Kingsley the only one there, and he's gonna have to back anyways. This is looking to be a free dragon for Jenay.
Jenny doing a nice job with Forsaken Gaming. They're able to use their great lanes against them. As we can see, Sivir is doing very well in her lane against Lucian. We haven't really talked about bot lane a lot, but we can tell from the farm. Lucian having 63 farm compared to Sivir's 93. Alistair doing a nice job zoning away the Liana and Lucian. I find it's the fact that Liana hasn't really found the opening to go in and try to make maybe a change player with her all in her stun. So I don't know if it's because Captain Lord is a little scared or if it's because he doesn't know if he's waiting for a gank or something, but very nicely done by the bot team towards Team Jenay. They're doing a nice job kind of zoning out, or they were doing a nice job zoning out Liana and Lucian from farm and levels towards him.
Sorry, you gotta say it right, man. It's the Forrest Gump. It's the Forrest Gump voice, man. It's Jenay.
I haven't seen the movie.
No, it's okay, man. I'm giving you a hard time. It's not that bad. But yeah, here's the top lane. Wow, Vi's gonna land the assault and battery. Inflatable Cat not even safe behind his own turret. They take him down handily, and Kingsley eating the shots, but they don't care. They're just gonna proxy it all day. And now LeBlanc is chasing down Morgan in the jungle, but they're chasing her away as well. And Wukong coming in, trying to defend it. There's a lot of roam going on for Forsaken. This is how they're getting back in the game, evening out the gold lead.
Yeah, the roam is gonna help them so much right now. I really want to see a roam go down towards bot lane. Yes, I know, like I said before, Riven is very strong for Forsaken Gaming. I've seen Tyke on Riven quite a lot, but it seems like bot lane's kind of struggling a bit.
Kingsley comes in to peel Morgana off of Lonely Beast, and yeah, no, you're right. Riven is extremely strong for Forsaken in the top lane, but I'm worried about this mid lane. We gave the edge to Lonely Beast, but so far Banner's been taking it. Morgana's had a lot of help, admittedly. She's had Wukong coming in there a couple of times and has helped out get the counter ganks. But even with Vi, needing your jungler to peel you off, if you're a Morgana, if you're a LeBlanc against some Morgana, you really should be taking that. Even though she's leading the farm, she's still really at risk. She can't dash out in time. This is a problem. This is a really big problem if Lonely Beast continues to play that way, even at 2-2.
And it looks like the roam towards bot lane.
Sulky and Leviton are coming in to try and take this turret out. Sivir doing a real good job pecking away and keeping Lonely Beast unable to fully engage. Alistair heals the wave, but it's going to go down anyways. Bit of damage up in the top lane, and there goes the turret. That is going to be the second turret of the game, this time one for Forsaken Gaming, evening that score out. The gold lead has slowed to a mere 700. So right now, it's about 1,000 again, but this is a really, really close game. Tyke making sure that the top lane is not going to be an easy mode for Inflatable Cat, and down in the mid, they're contesting, or at least attempting to contest, and they decide to back off for the time being, leaving Lonely Beast and Captain Lord to defend. And they're going to push on bot. I don't think he can catch Geo out there. There goes Wukong. He's going to ult onto him. There's no tower for Lucian to fall back to. This is going to be a dead AD carry. Geo gets taken out. Sulky picks up the kill. A nice roam bot lane, and they're going to push all these minions off the tower without any trouble. Right back to it.
Yeah, sadly
there was once again theirs.
Sadly there was Morgana picking up a kill actually on Riven during that, roaming up to try to help Renekton and ease the pressure. Riven has actually been doing well.
Kingsley was there to capitalize along with Lonely Beast, so they gave up one kill and traded it. They traded Tyke, who's a very, very strong top laner, but still they already have kept the top lane in check, and they traded it for a mid lane turret. So this is looking really good on the top and mid for Forsaken Gaming. Meanwhile, Jenay only able to pick up that bot lane turret. Both teams are roaming extremely well, though, and their item builds are starting to flesh out.
Yeah, we see that Lucian is starting to go for that Bork. Bork, I really like on Lucian. I know that you could go BT as well, but I really love it because with his ult, it works so well because it slows him and does a little bit of damage, so he can get as many for the calling down a lot more easily, and it's nice attack speed and damage item to kind of have mixed there as well.
Yeah, I agree. I like that build on Lucian. I think it's a fantastic item because you get in people's faces anyways. Yeah. But what I don't really know is right now Morgana, she's rocking a little bit of sustain. Oh, excuse me, we'll come back to it in a minute. Inflatable Cat's caught a little bit out behind his tower, and Riven and Kingsley are coming onto him. This is it. They ultimate. Tyke picks up another kill onto the alligator, and she's skinned him so many times this game. Inflatable Cat has not had a whole lot of luck up top lane, and with the armories building, it's still not enough.
Man, yeah, and as you're saying, Riven doing a nice job against the lane bully like Renekton, kind of pushing him around instead of the other way around. They're going to pick up the top turret as
came in here a
well.
little bit too early. They want to pick up Geo. They've caught him under their own tower, but it could be Candyman who goes down. He will, but not before Geo does, and now it's just a battle of supports in the bot lane. Captain Lord getting chased down by Leviton, but he says, nah, it's okay, I don't want that. And now you called it, man. The pickup on Sulky, too, was also clutch. And Forsaken, despite being down a kill, they're up 2 towers. They're looking to take a big lead in it. They're just pushing all the way on the top, and Inflatable Cat manages to take out Untiak, and he ults himself to keep Lonely Beast at bay. He might actually pick himself up a double heal. Sulky is coming in on the chase. Is it going to be enough, though? Lonely Beast gone the wrong way. No, the clone. There it goes, but it's not enough. They're not falling for it. Inflatable Cat picks up a double kill. They were pushed just a little bit too far after taking that second-tier turret.
They're kind of, I would say it was a nice push towards second, nice pickup towards under inhib tower, but they're kind of giving kills to Renekton right now. Renekton could possibly come back into the game. They keep kind of giving kills to him and, you know, doing that kind of stuff, but they're kind of starting to give him back his lead slowly. And you don't really want that, I would say, as a Riven. As Riven, you want to stay as ahead as possible. And she is, Tyke is doing a great job doing that. But, you know, like I'm saying, he's kind of trading maybe 2 kills for 1 death or a kill for a death, which is pretty good if you're doing a little behind or balanced in lane. But Tyke is ahead. So I think he should be keeping a little more safe, and he's going on the Renekton actually right now.
Yeah, well, that's happening up at the top lane. They're looking to contest Dragon in the bot, and this is going to be a much bigger fight. I think Captain Lord and Lonely Beast are posturing around it. There's a ward for the red team going down, but it's going to be taken out really quickly. Captain Lord, no, OG11 says, get off my ward. You're not taking that, and they really want to take this fight. Dragon is a very hotly contested commodity in a game as even as this. The gold is dead even. 27k to 27k. Both teams are doing fantastic. The kills have gone in favor of Jenay, but the towers have gone in favor of Forsaken Gaming. And if both the tanks will hurry up and get here, this could be a big fight. Actually, probably worth noting that Riven really hasn't built tanky at all. Tyek favoring that heavy damage output style. A lot of sustain thanks to that one big item, the Ravenous Hydra. And now it looks like Jenny's going to take this dragon, but there's nobody in sight. Captain Lord coming in, realizing a little bit too late. Kingsley gets off his own race to take that. And here they come. Lonely Beast coming in, followed by Untied. This could be a big fight. Coaling lands from the backside. Geo comes in. Lebanon taken extremely low. OG Banner, although manages to pick up, excuse me, the dragon was taken by Wukong. Here he comes in with the spin, but Untied doing a lot of damage too. This is a very sloppy fight. Sulky taken out extremely fast. Lonely Beast is going to come in there for the leaf. OG Banner going to go down. They've lost 2 for Dragon, 3 for Dragon so far, and only given up Geo. Kingsley takes out OG Banner, and Inflatable Cat is wondering where his team went.
Inflatable Cat's kind of scared here. It looks like they're going to try to go for him. Everybody going right onto the scared Renekton. Renekton ulting trying his best.
Yeah, he's going to get Captain Lord, though. That was a nice ignite. Now Kingsley's caught extremely low. He's going to have to flash into the pit. They're going to get out. It's eventually going to end as a 3-for-2 trade, but the team that only took 2 deaths also picked up Dragon. So yeah. I would say that Jenny, wow, it's not over yet. Tyek getting pushed onto the Alistar. It's Inflatable Cat and Leviton going in there. Exhaust goes down. They're going to dive all the way into tower, flashing forward to pick it up. What a ballsy move by Inflatable Cat, and it pays dividends. They end up picking up 4 in that fight and securing the Dragon kill, putting them back in the gold lead by only about 1,000, but it's something, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and that was a nice turnaround by Renekton. Again, why Renekton is so strong. Inflatable Cat doing a nice job showing off the Renekton playstyle. We saw that he was alone, surrounded by 4 members of Forsaken Gaming, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna wait for them to come at me. They came at him, he ulted, he was ready to go duel, and Forsaken Gaming was kind of low already in the beginning. But Renekton showing how much of a duelist he was, and showing that he is still a force to be reckoned with, even though he was a little bit behind early.
Yeah, and it turned out really, really well for Jenay. They picked off a good fight, and they dove, really hard, but they got it. I mean, it's kind of all over the place. It was hard to tell what the action was going, and this game not quite as clean for either of the teams as they would like. But so far, the slight lead has gone in favor of Jenay, even though they don't have any towers up to their inhibitor top. They've rocked the bot lane. They've just about evened out the mid. They just need to push that tower, but there's a lot of defense in and around that area. They're looking to pick another fight in the jungle right now, but Sulky and Leviton are standing there. Just going to throw a ward down, clear another one up. And with Morgana in the mid lane, along with Candymang, they're looking to push on this mid tower.
Yeah, So, Pyra, I have a quick question for you. What do you think these two teams can do maybe to get ahead of the other? So, for example, Forsaken Gaming, what do you think they can do to get ahead of Jenny? Or what do you think Jenny can do to get ahead of Forsaken Gaming?
Well, we'll start with the first one. Forsaken, they're a little bit behind right now after those team fights. They need to catch people out.
Ooh,
and
Engage actually going down right now.
What's happening to them. They're getting caught out. Tayak is somebody they want to have in every fight. They're not going to be able to do it if that keeps happening. And here comes Lonely Beast getting ulted on by the Wukong. And they're chasing her all the way down. They don't fall for the clone. Meanwhile, over at the mid lane, Renekton dives and pushes. Oh, wow. That's a nice pushback by Alistar, but Captain Lord's going to go down all the same. And there it goes. And Inflatable Cat will take the credit for the kill. That, you know, they lost a tower for that. Actually, no, they got a tower for that. Up in the, wait, where did they get the tower? Oh, was it?
They got the tower towards bot lane with Geo on Lucian. And
yeah, that was right. But they're gonna push another one. Sulky's gonna get that tower all the way down, and they're jumping on Kingsley right now. This is exactly the kind of thing that Jenny needs to do. Sulky gets ulted on, but not enough, and the tower damage doesn't quite finish him off. And they're gonna get a second tier turret for this before everyone's even there. Geo racing to get in, but the tower is gonna fall. He's gonna pop the coin to get him off it even. It's not enough. Alistar's gonna heal it up. He knocks up Geo. That's not gonna be enough though.
Riven going in, though.
Is going to take out Leviton and Sulky before it's all through. Actually, the credit's gonna go over to Geo, and they just stayed a little bit too long. OG Banner is going to get knocked down as well. The Ignite going on to him. Inflatable Cat taking on Tayak one-on-one. Renekton misses the, well, the ult was missed by Tayak, and they're gonna have to let him go on that one unless they want to chase real far, and I think Geo does.
And it looks like
this is what Forsaken needed to do. They allowed a lot of pushback, unfortunately lost 2 towers for it, but they took a really great team fight after the fact, and now they're doing it all over again. Geo is gonna get ulted on. Candy Bang picks himself up. It looks like a double kill there. Not quite, actually. Lonely Beast is going to take him down. Is she gonna fall as well, though? Nope. And that was all she wrote there, but this is what Forsaken needs to do. They're pushing out. They're able to take team fights, even as sloppy as they are. And I think they really are needing to take some towers with this advantage. There's no objectives on the map that they can really take but towers. Baron is too risky. They're too low. There's no dragon to contest. Towers are what they need, but they push too far. The top lane, if they can shove that out and let the Winions get on the inhibitor, that is what they need to do to push a good fight and then all the way open up an inhib. If I'm, on the other hand, Team Jenay, keep doing what you're doing, but don't stay so long. If you start seeing everybody come back up, don't get caught out in the open. Make a big team fight, because if all 5 of you are there, you're going to win it. You still have that edge in gold. Even though it's very slight, let Renekton tank for you. Let Wukong come in and ult everyone. Let Morgana pop in Dark Binding. Let Sivir ult. Let Alistar heal everyone up and just continue to sustain the fight. The longer the fight goes, the better Team Jenay does, and that's what they need to be pushing.
Yeah, and actually to point out about you talking about how Renekton should be tanking a little bit more, I'm looking at Renekton's build actually right now, and instead of seeing that traditional right now, ooh, Sivir actually getting picked up, or
yeah,
Sivir
takes the nice kill onto Lonely Beast, and that really was not too unexpected because she's just a lot bigger than her at this point. Morgana has been able to lock her up, and they're going to take that top turret, but back to your point, Sword.
Sorry, pretty much what's happened there is Renekton's build all tank, and it looks like an engage towards mid lane.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk about it more in a minute. They're not giving us a chance. Geo pops the calling, runs backwards, and it's going to be a lot of damage dealt by him. Tayak also is taken out of this fight really, really quickly. You know, that's a really good engage, and that's exactly what Jenay needed to do. They popped everybody in there. They lost Candy Bang, but they took Kingsley out. They took Tayak out of the fight. Lonely Beast eats a huge Q from Sivir. That's a lot of damage onto a very squishy target. Now with Geo there, they're going to be able to force them off, but not enough to kill anybody. And OG Banner pushing his luck, staying out there, almost lands a Dark Binding, but with Tayak back up into the fight, they have to back away. Jenay taking really good engages and just slowly pressing their lead. They've now got a tower advantage thanks to that mid lane that they pulled off earlier, and they're looking to bait Geo out into this bush. He's not going to fall for it, though. I think Lonely Beast and Tayak are coming around the side. There's another Dragon contest coming up soon. But with Geo in the area, Tayak and Lonely Beast coming around the side, they can't take it. They're going to go B, and I think this actually might be a Dragon for blue team. No, they're not. OG. Oh, Levidon's coming back in, but he's caught out in the open now. Kingsley, no big deal. I think they're going to back off. They're going to get the Dragon, though. Forsaken is going to pick up their first, I think it was their first Dragon of the game. Or did they take the first one? I can't remember. Whoa, a nice catch out. That is a good combination of ults, but they put them all onto the wrong guy as Wukong comes in. Candybang taken extremely low, taken out very fast, and Kingsley now falls again. Ribbon's going to ult. Tayak also extremely low, but he's going to jump right onto Sulky. Gets the shutdown, though, thanks to OG Banner. And here comes Geo with the culling. It's not going to be enough. Inflatable Cat down with the chase, but at the end of it all, that was 2 for 2, and everybody is beaten in bruised.
Oh,
Nope,
no,
that's 3.
that's a
Lonely
3
Beast
for
picks another
2.
kill. Did he get the double bust out of that?
He
Or
did.
did they already
get the
have
double.
those?
Oh no, I think he already had them.
Wow, Inflatable Cat chases him away. This fight's not over yet. These team fights have been all over the place.
Forsaken
Inflatable
Gaming.
Cat tanking like he needs to now.
Oh yeah. If you looked before that fight, he hardly lost health during that team fight going on between Forsaken Gaming and Team Jenay. He was doing a nice job tanking, and like I said before, he doesn't have that traditional thing where we see burst item as Ravenous Hydra to do a little bit more damage. He went Sunfire first, then he went Randuin's, and it looks like he's possibly either building towards a Spirit Visage or a Banshee's Veil. Both very good choices, but again, he's becoming that tank they need, Jenny. He's just being in the front line, trying his best to just tank up as much damage as possible, and it's working. Team Jenny is doing a lot of damage and having nice engages on Forsaken Gaming, nice picks as well, and they're able to just shut Forsaken Gaming out.
Yeah, this is absolutely a very close game right now. Candymang pushes out the top lane back, and they have to really be careful about this. This is the farthest push lane in the game, with the exception, of course, being Forsaken's own bot lane. So both teams have this kind of reverse thing going on. The only one tower advantage is the second tier mid turret for Jenay. But they can't keep it up forever. The team fights are going to eventually start swinging in Forsaken's way if they can manage to catch people out. They're only down 2k gold. They're actually going to start onto Baron. And this is a really risky move, but it's paying off so far. Tayak is running distraction. There are 4 people on bot. Wukong is pinging for it. Candymang says, no, they're doing Baron. We got to be there now. But this is a really risky move. 27 minutes into the game. Captain Lord eating a lot of damage. Here comes Wukong to try and run distract. He's going to pop his ult right in there. He's getting them off Baron. Is it going to be enough, though? Candymang takes out Captain Lord. He's going to fall, though. He gets a double kill in the process. They're going to get Baron, though. Forsaken Gaming picks it up. But no, they don't. There it goes. Finally. And it looks like they pick it up, but Lonely Beast is really, really low, and Geo is all down for the count. Will the Ignite be enough to pick him off? He's going the wrong way. Yes, it is. Only one person survives with Baron buff. It's I'm Tayak. He's going to get a tower out of it, but I don't think that's going to be enough. They're going to push straight down onto mid. Jenay is.
Yeah, that
was a really risky move, man.
I agree with you. That was a really risky move by Forsaken Gaming. They thought, okay, guys, we can do this. They don't know about it, and then it was Team Jenay were like, I smell something suspicious. So they go towards Baron Pit, and they see Forsaken Gaming doing it. Wukong doing a nice job with ulti. He tried to do as much damage again with Smite. Even though Forsaken Gaming able to grab that Baron buff, only one person got that Baron buff, and it was I'm Tyke. And Tyke is so low right now,
but
he
look
barely
at Tyke, surviving in all of that, and they've actually chased Leviton off. It's gotten Sulky extremely low in this, and OG Banner, they killed. I mean, this is a really squishy battle. Even the tanks aren't that big. In fact, there's really no true tank except perhaps Leona. Oh, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Inflatable Cat gets caught by a nice assault and battery, taken extremely low, but this is not the one they want to be focusing. That's the tank right there. Candymang coming in and peeling Kingsley off of his tank top laner, and Leviton trying to speed everybody up with that amulet, but Tank is on the chase. Here it goes. This is going to be a battle for the top lane. Candymang comes in with the ult. Is this the time that Jenay catches right back on up? A nice kill on Tayak, and Captain Lord taking extremely low. The double kill goes to Wukong. So far the MVP of this game, I think. Oh, and Sulky falls. Wow, these team fights are all over the place. Wukong's going to pick up another kill for himself, and Candymang flashes out of there. Really upset about this. Captain Lord wants this kill. He's smelling blood all the way in the jungle. He's going to land the shutdown gold before the clone can come out. That was 3 for 4, and Lonely Beast is left to take this turret by himself. So he truly is a Lonely Beast.
Yeah, sadly, I do not think the Lonely Beast will be able to pick up this tower because Morgana
OG Banner's going to chase him off, and that's the story of this game, isn't it? Lonely Beast getting beaten out by OG Banner. I mean, 7-6 and 7 is a good score. 6-6 and 10 is also a good score. You could say they're even, and even LeBlanc is getting ahead in farm. But OG Banner really should have lost that mid lane to a LeBlanc, but instead managing to pick up a really even trade, and they even gave a lot of damage to the mid lane turret early on, and picked up a lot of kills through it. The ganks from Wukong have been fantastic. He has really been rocking this team Jenay, and that is a pickup that Forsaken Gaming really shouldn't have allowed. Wukong OP,
Indeed, I
man.
do agree with you. Renekton is very strong, and I agree with LeBlanc should have been able to stomp Morgana, but when I was actually looking at how she was leveling up her skills, I've seen it only once in LCS somebody do this. He kind of went even between his W and his Q, so he kind of put 3 in each because I don't think he was sure whether he wanted wave clear or that insta burst, right?
Oh,
Wave
yeah.
clear or insta burst. So he went both, and then he went with the insta burst, then the wave clear, which I like the idea, but I think you should focus on one skill first, because it really farm really hard with LeBlanc, or you just wreck with damage with LeBlanc, and we saw almost none of that happen early towards
Yeah,
that.
and you know, kudos honestly to everybody in the game because nobody's fallen really far behind. The supports have done their jobs fantastically. There have been low deaths pretty much all around the board except the high burst and engaged champions. And both teams are still within inches of each other. Jenay is only 1k gold up. They're 4 kills in the lead. They're 1 tower up. Yes, they have the control, but it's only by an inch and it can change so fast. So this game is incredibly even 30 minutes in. There's no snowball really on either side, and both teams have a fantastic late game composition. Just have to get to that point. Neither of the carries have been really fed, so I'm going to give the edge to Lucian in this one, just because he's been able to wave clear much more effectively than Sulky, and if they catch Sulky out, she just melts. So this could be the time that Forsaken really starts to make this slight comeback and turns it in their favor. One ace, team's getting a tower or Baron. Now the top lane's pushing up as well, and there's a huge winning wave onto that inhib turret, and if I'm Jenay, I'm looking to clear that sometime soon, but they want to dragon instead.
I don't really agree with the dragon. I do agree with how you should probably clear that top wave, because it will do a lot of damage to the inhib turret, but it looks like a fight actually might go down mid.
Yeah, they were baiting it. I think Inflatable Cat doing a really good job. The Solar Flare is only going to land on Sulky, and now Geo taking the Cullen out. Candymang will eat a lot of it, but it's just his clone. Kingsley, now the one target of focus, and he's going to go down. Tayek takes out Candymang before that happens. Captain Lord is in the middle of 4 of Jenay, but they're going to key off on her just after that. Here it goes. Geo, the only man left standing, except for Lonely Beast clone and Lonely Beast himself, and wow, Tayek having to chase out of that fight. This is so both ways, and Tayek's on the wrong side of the map. Inflatable Cat's chasing down Geo without any support. They're going to take this inhibitor really easily now, and thanks to the heal from Alistar, this is a problem for Forsaken Gaming. The first inhibitor will fall. It's gonna go to Jenay, but they have Winions knocking on their front door, and they need to get out of there fast.
Yeah, it looks like Lucian's trying to get as much as he can from that. He's like, you took my inhib, I'm
Oh,
gonna
they
try
get caught
to
though!
kill.
Nice knock up from Alistar, and Lonely Beast and Geo are gonna make it out with barely any health. Nope, Geo does go down. LeBlanc's gonna dash out of there. Yeah, dude, this was... It's staying too long, but then they turned it right around. They hid in the bushes and baited Lucian into it. They got 3 and then some for it. 4 actually, because Kingsley just came back up. The fights are just so long. No team wants Baron though. They're just gonna get Dragon, try to extend their lead, and now Jenay starting to take a little bit of a pull away in this game.
I don't like the Baron call right now, because Baron, like, we saw Forsaken Gaming go for Baron, and it was risky. So Jenay is like, okay, we saw Forsaken Gaming do that Baron call one time, and you know, I don't really feel comfortable with the Baron call, because we saw what happened.
Well, yeah,
we killed
Baron's
all
still got a
4 of
minute
them.
left.
Exactly, so, but they could say...
It would be way too risky.
It would be way too risky. They would
There'd
be
be
sending them in
everybody
for a
back
good
up,
minute.
and they'll just have a dance party at Baron, man. That's how you do it. But they did the smart thing. They took Dragon, they shoved out their lanes, they've got Wukong on the bot mop-up duty. I mean, right now, Wukong and Renekton are both running the show. Renekton is getting in there. Inflatable Cat is doing a fantastic job at scaring every one of the carries away and just locking somebody down. Wukong, if they get too close and they get all together, they get knocked way the hell up, and they can't really do anything about it. And this is the problem that Forsaken's having, is they're clumping up a little bit too hard, and their carries are just completely melting. So a little posturing around the Baron pit, but they're just going to ward it. Tayek wants to go up to the top lane and clear some waves. It looks like Kingsley's going to come in and pop a ward onto the Baron pit himself, and he's got a little bit out in the open. If they decide to give chase, this could be a problem, but Tayek gets out just fine. They clear a couple of wards, and Jenay looking to take a commanding presence in this map.
It looks like Jenna is thinking about that Baron pit actually right now. They don't see the ward. Ooh, they sweep her, and
No,
they get the
they're just
ward.
going to sweep it and clean the wards. I think they're smartly going to take a fight here. They're going to try and bait. See how Kingsley is coming towards the side, and Captain Lord down in the mid lane with Lonely Beast. But now that they see there's nobody really there, maybe they can start to fight it. This is also a risky call though. There's nobody bot lane. They know everyone's up. They're just distracting. Okay, now they're just baiting, just trolling us, man.
They're just like doing everything. I see a bunch of fence pings going down, and they're like,
Yeah,
should
they're
we
giving
go?
up.
Should
They're
we
giving up
not? Should we go?
control.
Should we not?
They're
I know
giving
they're
up control
trolling
of the
us.
pit. They give up the wards. This is it. Now Captain Lord and leading the charge with everybody else hiding out in the mid lane, and they're separated. Jenay isn't really ready for this. They're pushing onto the top lane. They're trying to shove waves out in the mid lane. There's no clear advantage even now. The gold lead is going to start shrinking as every minute that goes by. I think pick some up here. Forsaken can keep these waves at bay. They have the pushing power to do it, and they've shown time and time again they can take any team fighting. This is going to come down to a really decisive ace, but we don't know when that's going to be.
And I really think what can happen is if maybe they Forsaken Gaming picks out somebody on Team Jenay, especially if they pick out a Sivir or Morgana, they would be able to win a team fight. And it looks like they're possibly doing a Baron call. No, they are just going to sweep out.
They're looking to maintain the presence there, but both teams have a really good ward coverage on and around the side. They're just trying to scare each other into thinking that one's doing it while the other isn't, not allowing anyone to go bot lane and clear that wave out, and that's actually going in favor of Forsaken because there's a big wave, even though it's fighting a slowly diminishing wave, and they're going to take a fight right now. Oh, they go in, the amulet is popped, Captain Lord getting knocked up, Leviton knocks him right back into the fight, and here comes Renekton, keying off onto Captain Lord, the Colin comes out to try and push people off, Vi's going to land that assault and battery, but Tyac will get his Guardian Angel pop. There goes also, oh wow, Kingsley's taken all the way down, and Candy Bang is going to pop in there and scare the hell out of Geo, who's going to chase him off the mid lane though, and now that the inhibitors got, they have to back off this. Tyac on the wrong side of the map, Inflatable Cat giving chase, and meanwhile, Geo is going to 1v1 Candy Bang. Is he going to get him though? There's a lot of damage being dealt by Wukong, and this Guardian Angel could very soon get popped, but the double buff's looking extremely juicy. Lucian runs into Inflatable Cat, and now he's going to be taken down. There goes the GA, Lonely Beast in for relief pitching. Candy Bang gets taken out by Tyac, who rotated right around the side. All of a sudden, Inflatable Cat finds himself alone and friendless, and he's going to go down. Tyac doing a fantastic job, and it's ace goes to Lucian. This is the Baron call that they've been waiting for. Here they go. Baron could take this right now. They've got a winning wave on the bot lane too. This is it. This is it, Sword.
Especially since they just killed Wukong, their jungler on Team Jenay, and the only person up, or the only people that will be up, is Alistar, Morgana, and possibly Sivir. And Forsaken Gaming's actually melting down this Baron super fast, so I don't think Team Jenny's even going to be able to contest it. No, they won't. Forsaken Gaming being able to pick up that Baron.
Inflatable Cat's down, Candy Mang's still down. Even if they wanted to, they had Jenny had to push out their bot lane. They neglected it. This was Forsaken's plan. They keep them in the mid lane. They force a fight. They poke. Don't let them go to Baron. Don't let them go bot lane because we're near Baron. That's exactly what they needed to do. And now Kingsley's going to push out the top wave with Baron on their sides. Right now, the luxury of having a long, drawn-out fight falls to Forsaken. They are going to slowly crawl back into this game. They have evened up the gold, the kills too.
Oh, Alistar getting a little caught out there.
Though. He's going to get melted. Lonely Beast is just not even caring at all about his tankiness. And yeah, that's a nice pick off. They have the luxury to do that very easily now. The waves have been pushed out. Kingsley's going to go back up to the top. Tyac is in the mid lane. This is looking really bad for Jenay right now.
Yeah, especially since Alistar is down, one of their most main initiators. What I find in the fights is what happens is Wukong goes in, and right when Wukong hits to be a 5-man or 4-man knock with his ulti Cyclone, OG Leviton goes right in with the pulverized headbutt combo, and they're able to CC them and keep them knocked up for such a long time that their Morgana, OG Banner, and also Sulky, their Sivir, are able to do quite a lot of damage, and it looks like Forsaken Gaming looking for that mid tower possibly.
Yeah, they're pushing their Baron advantage. They know they can do this right now, and they've got Kingsley right behind. This is going to be a 5-man siege on the tower. Wukong is hiding in the back, so OG Candymang is still the secret weapon for Jenny. If he can get a good knock-up onto the carries, they can launch it in there. Captain Lord's not the one he wants, though, so he's not going to get in the area, and they just have to go back to a conventional defense. Alistar's back up. This is really rough, though. Jenny needs to be able to push out. The top lane's getting taken. The mid lane's already taken. They take it without a fight, and now Tyac, even though he's a little bit caught out there, they want to take this. Even with Baron buff, they're not afraid. Leviton's going to come in. Lucian's going to launch a calling on the back. Alistar goes in and launches a big knockup, but it's not going to be enough. Geo taken really low. Inflatable Cat, now the target. That's the tank, though. Do they really want him? Yes, they do anyways. I'm not sure why, but Tyac is going to, also bite the dust. A double kill for Sivir, and OG Banner taking Captain Lord extremely low. Has to pop his own Zonias, and now Lonely Beast is unstoppable. This is going to look to be potentially a reverse ace. They've taken 2 for 2 though. So OG Banner and Sulky also extremely low. They're looking for LeBlanc. They don't know where she is. And yeah, they're not going to go for it. They just want to wrest some control back, and Jenny is going to go to the top and clear waves. Unfortunately for Forsaken, They got a little bit cocky there after taking tower and stayed a little bit too long. Alistair making the big plays, Levitin allowing 2 kills for 2, and when your opponents have a Baron, that's a decent trade.
Yeah, especially since they won't have Baron buff once they respawn, and it's not going to be much of a threat as well, not as much of a threat as 2 members with Baron buff. But also to point out, the Sivir coin initiation I find is very nice, especially since it gives quite a lot of movement speed to the whole team, and that's pretty much what happened. Forsaken Gaming looked like they were able to get out possibly, then you saw Sulky and you saw Lividin go and activate Ancient Coin and Sivir ulti on the hunt, and they were able to just go from about their turret, or the second mid turret, to all the way middle.
Sees the Cowman running at him with that much movement speed, that's not a sight you want to see, even if you have Baron. But the good news for Forsaken is they managed to pick up a Dragon despite all of that. LeBlanc sneaking it in there, and you can see Jenay posturing for Dragon. They're going to go home empty-handed, find out that there's nothing there and that they've been had. The gold lead has so far been so close this entire game. Both teams 74 gold, 76 gold, 36 to 38 kills. At 40 minutes into the game, I still have no idea who's going to win this. A big decisive ace only means something if both teams have don't have a number of kills on them. So Jenay, if they want to take this fight, they have to make a big push onto it, take the inhibitor down, and yes, Forsaken has had an open inhibitor for a good chunk of this game, but they're well able to defend it, and even though the Baron buff is now expired, it's not going to be enough for Jenny to be able to push in on this without a massive minion wave.
Yeah, and I also want to point out, is that Lucian and Riven do have Guardian Angel, and they could come up back in the fight again, and there's an engage going down towards us. Yeah,
here's the fight you're talking about, man. Captain Lord's going to come in there on the ult. Wow, a nice Zonius from OC Banner, but is it going to be enough? Geo melts her along with Lonely Beast, and meanwhile the fight up in front of the inhibitor. Sulky's now on a killing spree, manages the big pickup. Double kill though for LeBlanc. Inflatable Cat still in there taking the action, but they've just learned not to focus him. Sulky in the back as well, dealing a lot of damage. LeBlanc's going to dash up, try and get him, pops his barrier. Captain Lord's in the back. They're all extremely low though. Tyke taken down. Oh wow, Inflatable Cat taking so much damage. He's gonna fall, but not before. No, he's not. He picks up the double kill thanks with Sivir. And this is looking really bad now. Jenay is on the push. They're gonna back up though. Baron still has 2 minutes. There's no objectives they can take. That was I think that was an ace for 3, but Geo melted so fast in that he went back, or maybe he didn't die at all.
He did not die at all, actually. He actually was still alive. He was able to survive barely. I believe it was like with 50 health or so.
It's like I'm watching an ARAM.
I know. It's like so.
But with viable team comps, no team has a clear advantage. Look at that. I mean, see, an almost ace under inhibitor for Jenay, but they can't lock it up. All they pick off is an inhib. Now they do get the top lane tower, so they're slowly beeling ahead, but it's so close. Just one little turnaround. Lucian's gonna land a calling on Sulky. He sees him out there in that tower, or he blindly picks into it. Now Geo is chasing him down, but Sivir's gonna pop her ultimate and get out of there. Wow, Jesus, this game is just so back and forth.
I know, and I can't believe it, because we saw that Forsaken Gaming was a little bit ahead of Jenay, but Jenay and Forsaken Gaming doing a nice job kind of keeping it even and keeping a nice, tense, impactful game. And as you were saying before, it's gonna come down to the ace. It's gonna come down to those team fights, the little things that they do in each team fight. If Leona lands that 3-man stun ulti, or if Wukong lands that 3-man knockup or so, it's all going to depend on the little things that happen during the fight. If Guardian Angels is up, if Guardian Angels is down, if ult's down, if Morgana's ult down, if it's gonna be down to the T, these fights.
And now that there's like GAs on, well, there's only GAs on 3 of the people in the game. Sivir, of course, getting one. Now teams are roaming together. They're decided split pushing isn't working for us. We gotta run on these top towers and try to sneak a tower before someone can come in to defend it. But Jenay is gonna get met by a big stiff wall of resistance, and ooh, nice little dash away from Lucian. But Lonely Beast is right behind there and trying to deal some damage. He pulls out. Well, thanks to Captain Lord, they pull off. That ward is now down, but there's a winning wave pushing onto this top turret. Inflatable Cat threatening. Big alligator though he is, and Kingsley, oh wow, Lonely Beast comes in for the flash and deals a bit of damage, pops herself right on out, but it's not going to be enough. Jenay is continuing to siege this tower up, and with the winning waves pushing the way they want it, they can take this one big fight, and they can push an inhib or take another Baron.
Yeah, I'll point out that the front line for Team Jenay is very big. I want to look at Renekton's build right now. He has a Malamal Mortius, which gives a shield, depending on if you're 30% health or lower, and it absorbs quite a lot of magic. And plus, he has a Spirit Visage, which is great for his Q. It
Whoa, dude,
increases it by
they're
a
baiting
lot.
the fight here. They're baiting the big fight. Here comes the bush and the flash it. Alistair ults and knocks up everybody, and they're all chased all over the map. My FPS are going all to hell. Now Kingsley is almost going to go down. Lonely Beast picks him up. Soul Key takes down Tyak, and Captain Lord is looking low as well. This could be the fight Jenny has been looking for, but they've already lost 2. Tyak is already out of the fight. Lonely Beast getting knocked up. Gonna get out of there. No, she's not. She's gonna melt. There he goes. And wow, that clone even juked me out. But Kingsley is not gonna be able to defend this with Geo alone. They're gonna go back and defend their Nexus. Their Arwinians shoving all the way on. In fact, they've already taken now one of the Nexus towers as they go. And wow, Jenny's not even looking for it. They want to end the game right here. They're gonna push onto this tower. It's 3v2. Can they do it?
No, they can't.
Yeah, the cat's getting knocked up. He's getting locked away. There goes the Alistair knockup. Kingsley is on the chase. He's going to get taken down really low, though. Has to go back to his own fountain. They're going to settle for an inhibitor. They may be getting even 2 now. There are so many minions shoving into this base of Forsaken Gaming, and Jenny is on the cusp of making it to the finals. This is so close. Can Geo push them off? No, he can't. Not in time. But he might actually get Levitin. Nope. There it goes.
Man,
oh, he's getting turned right around on Inflatable Cat, and Levitin takes him out, picks up the kill. They're going right back into this. It's still about 6 seconds before Taya comes back up, and 18 for Lonely Beast, but they're going to leave her alone. They take 2 inhibitors, and I think they're going to head towards Baron.
Baron, I would say, is a very nice call, especially since the Lucian is down, and...
they're not, man. They're going back. Man, I wanted to see continued fights. Look at they leaving the bot lane to push itself. This is where Jenny starts snowballing. They've got a very slim lead, but they've taken 2 inhibitors. They keep doing it. Wow, Tyke is still chasing Inflatable Cat down. It says, no, you can't have my blue buff. I'm taking it. Oh my god, this is intense, dude.
I think I'm already sweating just from watching this action. This game is so action-packed that I think I feel like I'm playing the game right now. It's very crazy. Once the team fight goes down, I'm just looking all over the map. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like so much stuff happening. And like I said before, it's all coming down to the little things. Like we saw that Renekton and Sever and Alistair were so low.
Now they're going for it. They're going for the Baron. This is a smart move. They can't. They know that there's nothing that Forsaken can do to stop this because there's too much in on that mid lane. They've shoved it at the top, but they're going to let Baron go. They don't have any vision on it. Forsaken's got to know they're doing it. And now Jenay is going to start pushing in. They could take a straight 5v5. We've seen them do it a bazillion times without an inhibitor, with only 1 Nexus turret. This could be a big push in. And if I'm Jenay, I'm pushing all the way around to that bot lane because I want to seal the win.
Yeah, I agree with you completely on that. Just because once we know, well, I know, I don't know if you know, I'm pretty sure you do know though, Pyra, when you have all 3 inhibs, actually the win rate is increased from 2 inhibs or 1 inhib from, I believe it's 35% win rate to an 80% win rate, which is very high, and it's so true though, because you have 3 super... Yeah, you have minions pushing into your base, and especially if you have like 1 Nexus tower up, that's a lot pushing because you're consecutively having to push out waves all around the map. And
yeah, see where Kingsley is right now? He can't even defend this bot lane. I mean, this is a 5v4 in the bot, or even a 3 while Tyak wasn't quite in there. And yeah, they're gonna take out this turret. There are no turrets except the 1 Nexus on the map left for Forsaken Gaming, and this inhibitor is soon to fall too. If they can get in here and pick it off, but they have no intention of letting them do that. Forsaken Gaming trying to force them to back off. LeBlanc is going to come into them and do a huge, well, not as much damage thanks to the Alistair healing and all back up. Here goes Inhib. This could be it. Here's your 80% win rate, man. They're going to shove right on it. This is going to make or break the game right now. OG Banner flashes in, gets the ultimate off. The Sonya's is popped. Kingsley taken low in the mid lane, or in no mid lane. What are you talking? What am I talking about? Tyak has his GA popped, and there's no more towers. This is going to be it. Geo is forced all the way back to Fountain. This is it. The Winions go down. Jenny is going to take the game. They're going to the finals. Congratulations.
That was greatly well played by both teams, Forsaken Gaming and Jenny. Jenny being able to seal the deal though, doing nice team fights, nice communication, nice calls, nice picks, good thing overall for Team Jenny. And they're moving on to the finals, as you said before.
That was incredible, man. I cannot believe that game could have gone either way. Forsaken giving up the Baron. I don't know what they could have done to stop it because they were too far out trying to push minions. They really had to go for that and at least attempt to steal, but I don't think they really had any idea it was happening. And that was the big turnaround. After taking that ace, after taking the 2 inhibitors, they said, hey, Baron right now, guys. So that's what we're doing. That was a fantastic game by both players, but Jenay earned it in the end. And you know what? I might be rooting for Forrest Gump in the end of this one. We'll see if it's Team Bimbo NA versus Do It No Balls. But let's talk about these players, man. Who do you want to give the MVP to? Because I have an idea.
You know what? I have an idea. I know that Renekton was struggling early, but I want to give it to him. He did a nice job towards the later part of the game where Renekton starts to fall off. Inflatable Cat did amazing. He was the tank line they needed. Instead of building, that little bit of tankiness, he was able just to or that damage, so he was able to become that tank they needed. He was able to absorb so much damage and let his team be able to do as much damage as possible to Forsaken Gaming that they were able to turn around team fights. And same with being able to duel 1v3. We saw that towards the Dragon Pit. They were able to Forsaken Gaming able to get 3-4-0 onto Jenay, and Renekton able to turn it around with the help of Alistar. And it just shows how well Inflatable Cat has his mechanics down with him.
Dude, that was something else, man. Both teams played extremely well. You were completely spot on, though, about that I'm Tayek Riven. Complete dominance in the top lane early on, and Renekton, he really picked it back up in the later game, and I honestly got to give it to both top laners for pulling a fantastic performance.
Yeah, I have to...
Candy Mang, though. I think the MVP's got to go to Candy Mang.
Candy Mang? I don't know. I would say they all did great individually, but I find what ended up winning them the game was the combined effort with Team Jenay. Both teams, they did great. Like, for example, Riven stomped, and then you saw the bot lane for Team Jenay. Team Jenay just like stomped towards the bot lane and the mid lane with the Morgana. But again, when you combine all that together, they did amazing in team fights. They were able to focus on who they wanted to kill. They were able to say, "Oh, okay, let's go in with that Sivir," and also with that Sivir ulti and Ancient Coin kind of initiation. It was very nicely done and team effort, I would say, actually.
Yeah, the Alistar knockups were very, very good. He managed to keep a couple of people in place. He flash ulted for a lot of them. Wukong coming out of the woodwork and knocking people up again and again and again, locking everybody down and up and down. It was all over the place, man. Sivir launching those ults or launching those Qs at everybody, and I mean, even though Sulky died a fair number of the team fights, they still managed to deal out an insane amount of damage. And Lonely Beast, kudos to him for playing as well as he did, but he got locked up a lot of the time. And when you have a really low LeBlanc, you can't keep diving in and out. Somebody's going to catch you with an auto attack.
Yeah, and I want to quickly point out something that somebody's saying in the chat. They're saying how the Wukong ulti was so ideal, and I do agree with that. Whenever we saw a fight go down for Team Jenay, it was with the Wukong ulti going down, and then that initiated the fight completely. We saw a 3-man knockup with the Wukong, the Alistar knockup to make sure that they were all still in the same place, and then everybody else went in. Okay, guys, we gotta go, and they were able to do so well with that CC team. It was incredible.
Yeah, dude, those team fights were so insane it made my Uvu crash, and that's why you couldn't see my face at first. Well, GG to both teams, but especially to Team Jenay, who have earned their spot in the finals, and it's going to be up against. It looks like it is going to be Do It No Balls. Oh no, is it Team Bimbo that made the win?
I think it was Team Bimbo.
I think it was. Take a look at the brackets, folks. But we'll be right back with that game coming up next. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, but don't you go nowhere. We're going to have the finals coming right back at you. So GG. And I'll see you guys next time.
Quickly before we go, it was actually No Balls, not the other team. Sorry for the confusion, guys.
Yeah, my bad. We're gonna see No Balls against Team Jenay. That's gonna be a game to watch, dude. I'm gonna keep it locked to this, and I hope you guys do too.
Yep. We'll see you soon, and stay tuned.